Well, hello, my darlings. This is your Empress D from Empress Empire, and I am here with your message. I want to thank God and all his beings of white light. May they come and guide me while I deliver this message for you. See what messages they have for my collective. What messages do they have? I'm picking up racing thoughts. We have the Nine of Swords here. Unfound fear, expecting the worst, thus creating self-fulfilling prophecies. Allowing worry to grow out of proportion. Sleepless nights, refocus your thoughts. Trust your instinct. Stay focused. I feel like somebody is thinking about a relationship. I really don't want to focus on that kind of reading, but it is coming up. You know, there's a lot of passion. It's something relentless, like you can't leave it alone. You see how this Knight of Wands in this deck is the Knight of Fire, but feeling an impulse to move forward. A lot of these thoughts come up in the nighttime, right? When you're trying to lay your head to rest, these thoughts come. They keep you up. You're just thinking about what to do. You're feeling like immediate action is required. Also, aside from a relationship, things that you're passionate about, right? Maybe you have a goal and you haven't met that goal the way that you would want to, and it's constantly on your mind. They're telling you to trust your instinct and stay focused. Remain confident. You're very charismatic. You don't give up easy. Speak up. I'm seeing the blue ribbon here. That's giving throat chakra. Speak your mind. You see how the ribbon is around the throat chakra? And then we see this red feather on the hat. Speak your mind, move forward, right? When it comes to projects and things that you feel like, I should have done this already. What is it gonna, what is gonna happen? So with the Nine of Swords, it's an energy of you're thinking the worst. Your fears are holding you back. Refocus your thoughts. What do you want to do? How do you want to move forward? I always tell people, write it down. What are the things you want to accomplish? When do you want to have it by? Write these things down. You know, now we have the phone so much, that we forget the fundamentals, the basics, putting it on paper. The dreamer, right? So this is something that you've been dreaming about. It's a new start for you. Again, trust. The word trust came up twice already. So the things that you're worrying about, the way you're worrying about it is like you're expecting the worst. So in turn, you're gonna probably manifest something negative instead of focusing on all the positive that could come from this new beginning, this new start. Like it says, push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. You're being guided. Your intuition is telling you, trust it. Right? You might be amazed at what actually happens. So that's very important. Our mind plays tricks on us. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy because we let our fears and our limiting beliefs hold us back from the things that we really want in life. The things that, make us happy, turn us on, right? And not only in a sexual sense, but turn on the creative juices, right? Turn on your light bulbs to ideas and different approaches on how you can accomplish certain things that you want to do. It's almost like your thoughts are your baggage. The dreamer is the fool in tarot, right? It's the number 1. Well, it's actually the number 0, beginning. And here we see the word me. So it's all about you. You have to be loyal to yourself. It's almost like there's a limited time, right? Like, yeah, it's never too late. We get that. But in this case, the clock is ticking. The longer you wait, the more fearful you're going to be. There'll never be a right time. There's no such thing. Oh, I'm just going to wait for the right time. Or what about if it doesn't go good? And what about if I get rejected? You got to follow your intuition. And it's transitioning like from a dark place, because these fears are in the dark. This dreamer is walking out of a dark room, transformation. This step that you're considering taking, this change that you want to make in your life, this thing that you've been putting off forever and ever and ever, it's the catalyst to the new you, right? Transformation. You're still working on yourself. You're still building yourself. Like I said, there will never be the right time. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made, right? This new start requires you to change certain things. Could be habits, could be the way your mentality, the way you see things, the way your approach, the things you want to accomplish. Powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination, releasing old belief systems. Look at that. I hadn't even read it. But it's the energy. Is it just confirming? And again, we see two different occasions. See the time? See the time? The time is now. The time is now. Yes, the house is not finished being built. You see how they're working on this building. It's not finished. But don't let that stop you. Okay, let's move on. different deck here. I hear the ambulance. It's something that needs your immediate attention. Let's clarify this Nine of Swords. Number 5. You see the 4 and the 1. Number 5. 5 is about change. Number 7. Archangel Uriel. 7th chakra is the crown chakra. Goes back to the mind. The 9 of Swords clarifying with the mind card, right? With your intuition. Again, listen to your intuition. What is it telling you? Where is it guiding you? I always say our intuition is God speaking to us. That's a gift that He gave to us so that we can use it as a tool to maneuver and navigate life. We can't always listen to what people say. A lot of this mental anguish, anxiety, stress, can't sleep, worry, a lot of that is outside influences trying to deter you, putting doubt in your mind. I see her face is very, very focused. Staying focused, read up on certain things, right? There I see her with a book. Probably there's a need to research certain things as well. But definitely the way you're thinking has to change because it's been the barrier. I see like not a fence, but like a wall. It's like a wooden wall. It's old-fashioned. I see an old-fashioned like fence wall, something that's not like modern from right now. So it's old belief systems that you have to let go of. Also maybe things from the past. Things from the past that used to suit you then but don't suit you now. That takes me back to this transformation card. Okay, there's a letter C here, so that might resonate. There's a letter C and a letter O, but the C is telling me like see, like what is it that you see now versus what was happening back then. What have you noticed? What have you learned? Number 7 is about development. Transformation obviously is about development as well. What is your reality now? It's not the same that it used to be. So with changing times, we must evolve. Constantly the world is changing, everything is changing. Here we have walking away. Number 9 is giving me, again, walking away from things. This is the walking away from things that don't serve you anymore. A lot of you probably consider walking away from a certain love situation. I don't want to really focus on that, but that pink is giving me the love vibe. So that came up, and the pink flowers and everything. There's also a feeling of someone pursuing you while you're walking away. You know, the more you focus on the dreams that you have and your goals, along the way, you will definitely attract the people that are meant to be in your life. So if you have to walk away from a certain situation, could be, again, it's giving the sexual energy, right? You just gotta do it. If that person is meant to be in your life, they're gonna chase you until the end of time. If they're not, they're gonna stop. They're not aligned with you. They're not going where you're going. Or you can't take them where you're going, and maybe that's a lot of the fear. Sometimes we fear success. We fear transformation. We fear following our dreams because it's the unknown, right? Our comfort sometimes keeps us stagnant. What we're used to keeps us stagnant. And unfortunately, sometimes you just have to walk away. And I feel like you are doing that right now, or you're contemplating doing that, or you fear that you have to walk away. But you got to do what you got to do. There's no way around it. The area where you're like, the zone, the energy, everything that you're walking towards it's guiding you towards the light. It's guiding you towards relief, clarity, peace. This might feel like a little bit tumultuous, right? When they're doing construction, you hear all the noise and the bulldozers and the cranes and everything. But after the project is finished, you'll be like, oh wow, it was worth it. And then there's peace and quiet. And you can start decorating and making it your own, you know. So right now you're in the process of building something within yourself, building something in your life. As you move forward, walk away from the things that don't serve you anymore. Take the risk. I feel like something happened to you recently, and it was like a push. It was like the last push that you needed to make these changes. Clarify the dreamer. Another chakra, another archangel, Archangel Raphael, number 4. Alignment, balance, also healing as far as your health. I also feel like you have to walk away from certain belief systems or certain ways of doing things because your health is at risk. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing. May he assist you in whatever healing you need at this time. You can call out to him. Also healing your heart. Maybe you've been through a heartbreak, again, walking away. You know, you ask God and Archangel Raphael assist me, right? Heal my heart while I walk away from the things that used to serve me before but no longer do. Painful lessons have been learned. We've grown from them. Now it's time for the next chapter. Now it's time for you to live the life that you've always dreamed of. Clarify the transformation. It's like a tower moment. Woman holding the heart. 4 again. 444 could be significant because we have the 4th chakra here and then we have the 4-4 there. Woman holding the heart. This is giving Queen of Cups energy. Again, intuition. Also the energy of your heart being transformed. I never noticed that the butterfly right on her crown. The butterfly right on her crown. So big on the transforming the way you think, refocusing your thoughts. This is giving energy also of self-love, right? Pouring into yourself. You've had several, emotional encounters, and no matter what, it hasn't broken you. Like I said, it is only transformed you. Bottom of the deck here, patience. With the 16 is a 7. That means patience during this transformation, during this transition. Be patient with yourself. That connects to the self-care. No more indecision. We see indecision at the bottom of the deck here. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Using your intuition is very big in this reading. For real, for real. So basically it's giving you the clarity. If you've been doubting, if you've been scared, if you feared the outcome, what is your intuition telling you to do? Not what your mind is telling you to do, not what your heart is telling you to do. Your intuition, your gut feeling. Sometimes because of exterior forces, we ignore our intuition and we go like doing what is right and going after whatever, but the intuition ultimately is the final, like the last say so. Like it's like what do you feel in your deep down in your soul, Look at this worry. They're giving me a scenario of a job. You love this job because it's in your area, you like the people, maybe you're not supervised as much, and then your mind is telling you you need this job because you need the money, you've been there for a while, You fear you won't be able to get a new job, right? All like, that's your heart and your mind. But your intuition and your soul is telling you. And this is just an example. If it resonates, great. But it was an example because they just gave me like a scenario of work. But your soul is telling you, even though all these things are great, you feel like you want more. You feel like even though you feel comfortable here, you feel like this is not the end. You know, this is not it for me. I can't sit here for 30 years. I know there's something more, right? That's your intuition. Your intuition is not counting the worldly things, right? Because I don't feel that we were intended to focus so much on worldly things like physical features and finances and material possessions. Like, we were meant to be here and operate from a soul level so that we could find our purpose and live in it. When you find your purpose and you live in it, then you will actually experience true happiness, true fulfillment. But in this world right now, people don't think about that. People are not focusing on, oh, what's my purpose here on life? They're not worried about that. They're like, yo, we gotta get this money. The dudes are like, we're gonna get these bitches. You know, that's what people are really focused on. Not everybody, because there's woke people out there, but you know, a lot of people are trying to keep up with the Joneses and impress, que si es social media, que si esto que lo otro. But that's just a distraction. That's just creating a delay from you figuring out why you were really sent here. When you figure that out, you don't care what people think. You don't care what they're talking about. You don't feel the need to impress them. You basically know that you're probably around them for a certain reason, and then you gotta go. Right? That has happened to me plenty of times. I'm around people and I'm like, all right, you know, I did what I had to do when it comes to you or whatever. Now I gotta split because I got other shit to do. You know, and because people like your energy and this and that, you know, they want to stick around. They think you're gonna be there forever, but there's levels to this. Sometimes you're around certain people and you're giving them gems, giving them gems, giving them gems, and they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't do the change that they need to do. They stay stuck in the fucking physical 3D world, and you can't stay there and waste your time no more. You gotta go. You gotta keep it pushing. So that's unfortunate, but don't let these things worry you. I am learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. You know, worry is the energy of stagnation, basically. And all this is mental. So that's super clarified. Worrying, fears, all that is just holding you back. Okay? We got here envy. I am the same as everyone else, but with different challenges. That's a deep one. Envy. I never felt comfortable accepting that people would envy. It never, it's not, I don't feel comfortable, because it's like, how can you envy someone else? If they could do it, you could do it. That walking away, maybe that causes other people envy where you're going, right? The passion, the charisma, the confidence, the talent, the fire, right? The way you speak, the way you think, the way you act. And you're over here worrying and fearing shit, and there's people out there that are envying all your qualities. Patience, again. I accept that everything happens in divine order. And that was the energy of self-care. Be patient with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everything is going the way that it needs to go. You just need to get out of this worrying, fearing, staying up. I guarantee you, if you grab the Bible or you pray a prayer, you'll fall asleep like a baby. Trust me. When you give all your worries to God, it's like magic happens. He's there for us. He wants our burdens so that we can see the magic that He holds. He'll send His angels, right, to come and assist you in specific areas. But He's always there to take our burdens from us, our worries, our fears, our doubts. So you give your worries to God, you stay patient with yourself, and you move forward confidently. That's going to transform you completely. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This is giving me envisioning, right? Writing down, but also envisioning the things that you want to manifest. How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it smell like? How do you show up? Bottom of the deck, freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. 333 on the timer. You possess the power and you have the free will to create the life that you want to live. Don't let fear and what people think, a lot of the people that you gotta walk away from, okay, that they invest their time in making you worry about stuff and planting self-doubt in your mind, telling you like, well, maybe you're not good enough, or maybe you're not ready, or maybe you shouldn't. Those people envy you. So they will tell you these things to hold you back from what they wish they could do. Sometimes we take our own selves for granted. You don't know how good you are. You don't know how talented you really are until you disconnect from the outside world and you sit quietly with the inside of you and God. God will show you everything that you need to see. All you have to do is ask him. That's all you have to do. God, show me. Show me how good it can get. Show me what you want to do. You'll fall asleep, have a dream, and he'll show you. I promise you. You'll be driving in the street. He'll put a sign in front of your face that'll remind you that only you and him know. It would remind you of what you asked. Look at the proof right there. He'll use anything. Driving in your car, walking to work, working on your computer. Somebody randomly comes into the room. You know what happened to me one time? I was sitting in my office. The office was empty. There was really no one there that day. And this lady walks into my office. I don't know her from a can of paint. And she's handing out these little messages, message cards. Like little motivational messages. And she gave it to me and she's like, oh, here you go. Have a nice day. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait, who is she and what is this? And it said, make your dreams happen. I was like, God, you have a funny, funny way of reminding me to not get comfortable here. That's him telling me, oh, honey, this is good and everything. I gave you this, this workplace or whatever so you could take care of the 3D world, but you got work to do out there for you. Don't forget that. Whoa. Will. Again, you have the will. It's all about free will. And I see the purple. Purple is about healing. But it's also the crown chakra. Self-love. Remember that you walk away from the things that no longer serve you so that you can love yourself better. That is a form of self-love. When the people in your circle no longer feed your dreams, they don't fuel you, they don't help you to believe in yourself, they don't pour knowledge into you, they don't come up with an idea for you to better yourself. You can't talk to them about what you dream of and where you want to be, because they always say some negative shit, or they always trying to burst your bubble or rain on your parade because of your past mistakes or something like that. Walking away from those type of people is a form of self-love. The number 4, I see the number 4 again. You have everything that it takes to bring the stability in your life that you want, that you need. People are gonna envy that. The way you love yourself, the way you prioritize yourself, okay? The way that you set healthy boundaries with people that are crossing them, people that don't appreciate your presence in their life. Patience. 3 times we've seen the word patience. 3 times. You feel like whatever this is, right? This is a general reading, so it could resonate on many different levels to different people. But that wish that you have, that dream or whatever, it goes back to when you were a kid. For some people, it goes back to when they were a kid. For other people, it feels like it's just never going to happen. Like the doors are closing in on you. It's too late. It'll never happen. It's just too late. That ship has sailed. That mentality. Patience. It's almost there. You're almost where you want to be. You think about it at night a lot. I hear that song, Wishing on a Star. Something that you wished for. Self-reflection. Wow. Imagination, transformation, self-love, self-reflection. It's giving an energy of you have to love all the parts of yourself. The good, the bad, right? The ugly, the insecurities. You gotta love everything about yourself. Because without that, you just wouldn't be who you are. You know? Bottom of the deck, the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. It's in the works. Again, the number 7. Number 7 is about development, clarity, self-discovery, growth, transformation, keeping it real with yourself. I saw 4224. Could be significant. 42. Maybe somebody is in their 40s. Somebody could be in their mid 20s or early 40s. Something might have happened when you were 24. Or something is going to happen when you're 24 or 42, one of the both, right? Some of yous, it'll happen now in 2024. You see what I'm saying? Fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. I'm getting a message. Don't worry. Don't think about it no more. Again, release it to God. He's gonna take care of it. I'm also getting the energy of Archangel Michael because of the scales. If somebody wronged you, if somebody, did you dirty, it's being taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. Expect a miracle. From this deck, this is one of my favorite cards. Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Yes, it could be about having a baby, but not really, because if it resonates with you, okay, good. But we saw the unexpected. They keep telling you, don't worry, it's in the works, it's happening. And then we get this card. Expect a miracle. Have faith, your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Continue to love on yourself. Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. That's lining up with patience twice. Literally, and it's funny how, you know, I've been putting them one on top of the other. You've been seeing me putting them one on top of the other. And the fact that these both patient cards lined up together is just crazy. And then we got easy does it. Expect everything is occurring in perfect timing. Wow. You know, I get a lot of backlash for doing this, for reading these cards. I get a lot of attacks telling me, you know, this is demonic, you're lukewarm with God, right? But it's just like you just see things like this and you're like, speechless. And to me, I always take everything back to God. You know, I tell him, like, you know, God, you're my everything. I thank him every day. And I said, I know that it says in the Bible that this is wrong, or it's considered divination or witchcraft or whatever the case is. But I just have a calling to do it. I just feel that like my follower, she's like, hey, are you doing videos? And it was almost like I was telling myself, nah, I'm not gonna do no more videos. And then you get somebody that's been following you, you know, for a certain amount of time, and your readings bring them clarity. It's like, you know, I can't leave my people hanging like that. I feel called to do it. I don't know. I guess if I'm gonna get punished for it, I mean, I don't know. But my intentions are pure, you know. I feel like I was selected to do this type of work for people, just to bring them clarity and hope. And I always say that this should confirm what you've already thinking, right? I'm not here to battle with your intuition at all whatsoever. If it confirms what you're feeling, then it's for you. If it doesn't, you know, just click off. But you know, I do this with the purest intentions, right? I don't do it for views and stuff like that, because I can't. You know, I can't. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to, because then it's not coming from a genuine loving place. If I do it with the intentions, you know, I want to be consistent posting every day, of course, but you know, I don't think that people should be watching this every day or doing this every day. So I feel like once you get fixated on it and you start like just looking for answers here, then, you know, it becomes something toxic and negative, because you're giving something too much power, right? So guardians, You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. You know, this one feels kind of personal because of what I was just saying right now. It's almost like, you don't allow anybody to dim your light. We're going to keep your fire on. Huh. We're going to keep your fire lit. They could come near you if they want to. And then that deer, deers are, they look so gentle and peaceful. And the last deck, I know this reading was kind of long, but I haven't done one in a while, so I'm not gonna promise and say that I'm gonna post every day, but I'm gonna do what I'm guided to do. That's all I can say. If I feel like I gotta get on here every day, then I'll do it. If not, then no. But I appreciate the support a lot. Okay, a lot. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you were wronged in a situation, justice is going to be definitely served for you for sure. You guys know that with this deck, the book be having the lit messages, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you. Don't back down. Make your opinion heard. Don't settle for second best. If you're experiencing fear at this time, mira eso, is confirming the whole worry, fear, Nine of Swords energy. Because I put it on this one. Wow. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. Whenever you feel fear, you're on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you are being guided to call upon your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. The High Priestess. Harness mystic powers. That's giving me a vibe that you are connected. You're connected to God, but you also been blessed with the powers of foresight and enhanced intuition. Again, some people it's lined up with the envy card. Some people envy that. Like, how does he or she get to do that? That's not fair. You know, but hey, tough titties. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. Right? And in the end, the walking away card, I mentioned how you were going towards the light, towards clarity, towards a happy place. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you're working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and happiness of everyone involved. Important for you to check with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. Again, confirming the intuition. Take charge with authority. Got the Lord card. Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There is no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and the might to overcome drama or energies that aren't working for your growth, and it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You are being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. This also brings the energy of ambition and can show you have the potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. Whoo, great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. This is the card that represents Jesus in this deck. Wow, what a way to finish the reading. I love it. 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 Jesus. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card is inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all times. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one who you feel closer, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing joy and peace. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you're surmounting them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel you've received messages from heaven or from the universe recently, this card is confirming that these are indeed holy experiences. That is all I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it gave you clarity and power to move forward with confidence. And I will see you in the next one. This is your Empress D signing off.